Officer Dan here with my 4th gen 4Runner Prinsu rack build out. Lots of trial, tribulation, and boring the living hell out of my dog went into this, so I hope it helps. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. Super glad I did this off the car because A, everything would have been crooked, B, it's cold out, and C, I had to make like 6 trips to the hardware store as is, so I can't imagine climbing up and down onto the roof of the car every time. Highly recommend this technique. Now I'm going to break down this entire setup piece by piece, including the hardware, the custom shovel and axe mount, the farm jack and mud tracks, 5-gallon lockable fuel container, and finally, the cheap AF awning from Amazon. Let's start with the hardware. The Prinsu racks use T-slots to secure stuff, as shown here. And these are 1/4-inch 20 carriage bolts that fit perfectly into those slots. Just like that. You also have the option to use these T-nuts that slide directly into the slots as well. You have to be really careful about depth on these as the threads will bottom out on the actual T-slot itself. For example, here I'm mounting a thin bar using a 1/4-inch long bolt. To get the depth right, I had to stack a washer and a lock washer. As you can see, I've used a combination of both of these methods to get everything mounted. Moving on to the lockable fuel container. I really like this setup because it was cheaper than the others and it was 5 gallons. It is really easy to get it on and off by unlocking like so, then spinning the handle to remove that upper plate. It's a good time too, fun to spin. Do that to the other side and the whole thing comes off. Now I had to find some really thin straps to go across the bars to mount the plates on here, as not to raise the mud tracks higher. I got 1 bolt through each into the T-slot, and then 2 across in the strap. Seems like it holds pretty strong, but time will tell. Now let's tackle the farm jack, which I'm having serve double duty by holding down the mud tracks as well, saving some space. Bonus! Taking this one off, which locks as well here. Easy, just like that, dropping the thing. The nice part is that these jack mounts go right onto the bars, so you can just kind of hold them there until you're done using it. Take that sucker off, and now you have access to your mud ramps. Mud ramps come off. Underneath the mud ramps it has these crosses, and these crosses just so happen to fit perfectly in between the bars of a Prinsu rack. I could not believe it. Look at that beautiful, satisfying magic. Now I was intending to set my rack up just like this, with the Plano case on there to the left. That thing is going to hold all of my recovery gear, so let's peep that, shall we? The Plano case is much less expensive than its other competitors, and opening it up, you get the pick and pluck foam, to which I designed this little setup I have here. I have a 30-foot snatch strap, a 30-foot toe strap, a 9-foot tree saver, a couple of D-rings, a hitch-mounted D-ring, the snatch block itself, keep it from rattling around in there, and the loud part of a farm jack, the base. So I didn't want that wiggling around and making noise, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Now all of that is going to go into the back of my truck because I found a smoking deal on a lightly used Smittybuilt rooftop tent, and everything on the rack had to change. Now let's get back to the alternate way I was going to mount the mud tracks. I got some 5-inch long 1/4-inch 20 carriage bolts, and I was going to slide those things in just like so and pop the tracks onto the top of them like this. And luckily they fit exactly perfect on the rack itself. I was then going to take a washer and these plastic knobs and then tighten everything down ×4. I didn't get to do that. So if you don't have a rooftop tent, you can absolutely mount this way. Let's get back to the farm jack mount. Here I used the thin metal straps for the top of the jack side. As you can see, that's all bolted down, ready to go. Seems pretty solid, but we'll see. Then on the other side, I had to use 1/2-inch square tubing to raise the other side up. This is the bottom side of the jack where it's more thick, so this was a little bit more difficult to figure out, but once I did, it was easy to get everything mounted up, and it actually holds the jack down while being fully tightened. I couldn't find an axe/shovel mount combo that I liked, or that was under $100, so I went to Home Depot and I found these brackets. There were 4 for $40. I also grabbed some quick fists from Amazon for $9 per set, and this is the result. Holds both the shovel and the axe nice and secure. The only thing that I don't like about it is it doesn't lock. But that's okay. It holds everything in and I don't have to take out both tools at the same time. Easy to mount, bolts with one single bolt all the way through the bracket, then the bracket itself bolts to the rack. I did have to remove this cotter pin from the shovel, but luckily enough, there's a hole in the quick fist that I could put it through. I want to be able to remove it quickly, so I put the knobs on the back side. Moving on to the $119 shipped Yescom 6.6 foot by 8 foot awning. This thing was pretty easy. It has bigger T-slots than the quarter 20s, so I had to drill out the slots on the side of the rack slightly. Then I drilled a hole at the bottom as well. I also added in these 10mm aluminum spacers to get the awning off the bolt heads and off the side. Easy. All in all, I've really liked messing with this project. It was like a puzzle to get everything to fit once we chose to get the rooftop tent on there. We still had to be able to access everything easily and actually get the tent cover on and off. Moving the gun case to the car is a-okay, as we don't have to bring our other tent, cots, or sleeping pads, so it actually frees up some room for the thin and flat case to be in there. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed learning how to mount stuff to these racks on a budget. Stay tuned for the install to the 4Runner itself. Thanks for watching. Officer Dan, out.